Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Jim Rattle Jr. Welcome to my podcast. This afternoon, this evening, this morning, I want to invite all of you. But before I do that, let me do my theme song. And Facebook, I got no copyright. Just trying to invite guests on the show that are friends with me so that they can be notified. But in the meantime, while I do that, I just want to play my theme song. And again, I have no copyright for any song that I am about to play. It's only for my listening audience. Thank you. And Facebook, I have no copyright. It's only for my listening audience. So please, thank you. So those of you that just joining me, I'm trying to actually share the video to notify people that are coming to come watch me. And I just want to actually do the intro. See, Liberia, we are survivor. We're 14 years of brutal civil war that tore our country apart. And right after that, we tried to put the pieces together. There were other African soldiers that came to our aid and were slaughtering one another. We have to keep peace. And the peace today, we are enjoying it. And during the processes of the war, the young people, they were victims of circumstances. They were drugs to go after their own Liberians, to kill them. And we are putting the pieces back together. Those that brought the war, some of them are still in Liberia. I'm going to call names. The Burman family, Manuseli, and you name them. They were the ones that brought the war and charted or capitalized on that war and took these innocent children behind the rebel line and drugs them to kill people. And today, most of the kids are the ones who are in the wrong place, the wrong time, and they are hooked up and addicted to drugs. So the point I'm making here is the director of police, Gregory Coma, is doing a very good job. But I want to say to Liberian people, wherever you are, not every little thing we are going to politicize. No, we are going through the developmental process of our country. We are going through a learning process. And therefore, not everything that we are going to capitalize. Gregory Coma and his team are doing a great job. And people are politicizing it. In any developed country, right? If you actually assault an officer, it is a federal crime. If you're not lucky, you can get killed, you can get licked, and they can put you behind bars. But I see a video trending on social media where civilians are actually attacking police on the land of duty. Who does that? The police were paid to actually protect you. That's why they call them cops. civilian official protector. They were paid to actually protect you, but they are the very ones, when they are in the line of duty, you are putting hands on them. In this country, you dare not to do that. If you do it, you are going in prison. If you're not lucky, you're going to get killed. So I see people are attacking police, and I thought it was bad. It is bad, rather. So we need to actually wrap our hands around Greco Coma and the police officers to give them the support that is needed. But at the same time, too, the officers in the line of duty that are doing their job, they should not do any excessive force. When you are giving a medic or an order to go arrest somebody, you should do a moderation. Don't take advantage of your uniform to be a bad cop. I'm talking so and talking so, but at the same time, I'm protecting the police that are going out there, and people are putting hands on them. That's bad. And I will talk more on it. But again, one thing I know, sir, it's just my little intro, but I got more. So again, Facebook, I got no copyright. Give me a second. I'm trying to provide a video, please. There it is. Try to spread it to the screen. All right. All right. Sorry, guys. Buddha, Kabo, Viola Kane. How you doing, Mama? Welcome to my podcast. Naomi Joe, welcome to my podcast. Anybody that actually following and coming in, I will give you a recognition. I want to recognize Viola D. Kane. Thank you for coming. And that we got Naomi Joe. Thanks for coming. If any other person that want to actually get recognized, you can actually show yourself and I will give you a recognition. So this morning, this afternoon, this evening, it depends wherever you are. Once a Liberian, always a Liberian. There are scores of Liberians that want to go back home. Most of our family to come and seek greener pasture in this country and other countries. We want to go back home to build our country. The war is over, and therefore we want to go back home to build our country. But one thing that I noticed right after this war, people are politicizing everything in Liberia. CDC was in power. People thought Georgia was going to actually deliver the goods for which he was elected because he came from a poor background and politicians failed us. So they thought he was going to be the best person. When he got there, he brought a group of young people that actually gave up the country and they looted it massively on a very high level, right? So they are out. Joseph Nyima Boakai, who served as a VP underneath Manasali for 12 years, he kept saying to the people, there's nothing I can do. She is the one that is in power. I am only here. I just, like a race car park. I want to run, but I can't. They park me in the garage. Because when you are a VP, there's nothing you can do. So wait until you give me the mantle of authority, and I will show you how this works. But for now, as I'm serving as a VP, I got nothing. I got limited power because I cannot actually do more than my boss. I'm only serving in the evening. If anything goes wrong, so I will take over. But now that Manasali is the president of the nation at the time, for the last 12 years, wait until you make me president, and I will show you how this thing can work. And of course, the people actually went to work and elected Joseph Nyima Boakai. Despite the age, I don't care what nobody say, he's doing an extremely well. I can tell you that. He's doing extremely well because why? He is a straight man, and those politicians, right? Election is over. During the election period, we can run campaign and be at one another throat. We can come out and dig dead on people. But the campaign is over. Now it's time for us to rebuild our country. If you be an opposition during Joy Weir administration, it's over. We are building. We are moving forward. Campaign is over. In this country, we are right here, right now. There's Democrat, the Republican. During the election time, they can tear one another apart. They can be in one another's faces. But after the election, they will all come together and build our country. The president is the one that has the final decision. Even though we got the executive branch, we got the judiciary branch, and we have the legislative branch. But at the same time, they will all come together and build a country. Why? Is it like, hey, Emmanuel Chay, how you doing? Welcome, Muslim, how you doing? So my point I'm making here is, why is it that people are still politicizing? Do you think that politicizing and making the old man to look bad will make you to come back to power? That's not going to happen. You served your term. The people tried. You never delivered the goods for which you were elected to do. All you did was bring a bunch of young people and gamble the country. And my point I'm making here is the old man is setting the stage to make sure to set a benchmark, to make a legacy. If even I set a one-term president, I will do the best I can that we get road connectivity. I'll make sure that we fight, the trust in the country. I'll make sure that we fight corruption. I will make sure that, we have the hospital are all will be supplied with equipment. I will make sure that there will be connectivity of road. I will make sure that there will be foreign direct investment in this country. Not under my watch, there will be corruption existing. I will make sure I go after corrupt people. And that's what exactly he's doing. But in the process of doing that, right, we need to make sure to wrap our hand to support him, not ever let him politicize. No. And that's why I said from the beginning, the police, the immigration, the soldiers, the NSA, they are the security arm for the country. And when they are in the line of duty doing their work, we should be able to support them and not to put our hands on them. In this country where we came to seek greener pasture, if you dare to put your hand on a police officer, it is a federal crime. There's no doubt about it. You are going to go to prison if you do that. And I see people are taking advantage of officers who are doing their job in the line of duty and people putting hands on them. Like the last time, the Fula woman took a chair to beat on the officer, and the Fulani community were making, issue out of it, coming in the street to protest. Because why? She got headgear on and people were politicizing it. I watched a video of a guy who is actually letting in the gay approval in the church. And other people said, no, we're not going to do that because God got angry and destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. So if you want to actually let you marry your own daughter for men to marry men, we're not going to do that. and the police were doing their job, the next thing we know, the lady tried to put her hands on the soldier, the police that were doing their job. Who does that? The police were paid to protect you. That's why they call them surveillance official protectors. In America, yeah, you dare to do that. My own mother comes from my because they're speaking to my book and they don't understand it. In America, yeah, you put him, put him, you go to jail. You don't tell them they will beat you. I wish my screen could show, you know, a video that I got here to see a man that rejected, how they call it, refusing an arrest. You know what they did? They stepped on the man's head, they beat him up, they handcuffed him, and threw him in the car. That's what police can do. But if they go for you, you be peaceful and show your hand, they will actually take care of you with respect. But in Liberia, it's the other way around. Why? If we want the country to be built, we need a collective effort. Supporting the police to do their work, supporting the government to do their work. But every little thing, they politicize it. And I thought, I'm sick and tired of hearing this. Every time police officers doing their job, people will attack them. Nonsense. All right, so there are cases in the streets of Monrovia and also Monrovia that are victims of circumstances simply because of drugs. There is a drugs that, hey, Japa Reeves, how you doing? There is a drug that introduced a few days. It's called some kind of plate. I just forget what it calls. And most of the kids are dying. I'm not talking about cooch. It's a brand new one that just introduced. But when you take it, it's an instant death. It's like a death sentence. And most of our kids are falling victim. Just the last time, people were in the street protesting. Hey, we want, you know, we want the government to actually put their hand on death and say no to drugs, right? And those things we need to actually make sure the government and the police, you know, come to the aid of those cases and fight corruption. And those who are actually taking drugs out of the country, and bringing them in Liberia, they should be apprehended. And that particular law, they should actually put it into a law that it should be non-bailable, because our children are dying on a daily basis. I can tell you that. So if they are putting money into the budget of the lawmakers, they should put in the budget of the security apparatus that are going out there. They should put in the budget to build more, you know, homes for the kids to go and be rehabilitated. Because those kids, most of them are addicted to drugs. For me, standing before you here on this particular screen, hey, Mussolini, how you doing? Thank you for watching. When I was coming up in the middle 80s, I smoked weed because of peer pressure. I thought it was, you know, it was just something cool to do. I got addicted to it for 7 years. Later on, I got converted. But I never heard about cooch. I never heard about all the other ones that are coming up that are making the kids to die. It's an addiction, and those kids need help. And you guys are pumping money into the lawmakers, are pumping money into others, you know, directors and ministers, the budgetary allotment, and you are leaving those kids are vulnerable. Why are you supposed to build, you know, vocational schools for the kids to be rehabilitated and go to school and make themselves marketable? But you're not doing it. But the men and women in the house see them with a big, big gun. They are just enriching themselves every day. And I just talk to speak on it. All right. I'm just advocating. What did I know, sir? I'm Jim Rattle Jr. But again, Sylvester Grisby died the last time. He was the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs. When you are the Minister proper, you are the Chief of Staff, the President's right-hand man, you are the gatekeeper. Everything the President does, you know about it. You got to be humble. You got to be a person who will keep secret. You got to be a person who the President can confide in. Not somebody who can talk. But Grisby, I don't know him personally. But When Nathaniel McGill served as a chief of staff, Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, he was the most powerful man at that time. He was like a de facto president. So now that Grace Bay is there and gone, who can we actually bring in to actually fill that gap? Yesterday I was watching Spoon TV, and they were bringing pictures and names of people that the president can appoint. But those are just names that they are bringing. But the president already got somebody he will bring in. But again, I just want to add my little voice to the many voices, because the president has the power to appoint whoever he want to appoint, or he want to appoint. But what I want to say here is, the president should not just bring anybody that will come from local country, or come from the United Party, or come from somewhere else. The president should appoint somebody that will be very strict. That person that will be a gatekeeper. That person who will stand against corruption. That person that will actually get confidence. That person that will be a person that will be strict and put their feet down. And name him up, John Malou. John Malou was actually given the tax to go to Liberia to do an audit during Manuseli time. People wanted to actually bribe him, but he stood his ground and did the right thing. So I think John Malou would be the right person to serve in that capacity, because he's a no-nonsense man. And when he actually get appointed by the president, I think Liberia will go straight. Because he will stand up to the president, even though when you are the chief of staff, you are going to dance to the rhythm of the president. But at the same time, too, Mr. President, you're going the wrong way. And John Molly is a no-nonsense man. I can tell you that. So, Mr. President, I know we don't have 1,500 viewers, 2,000 viewers, but sometimes when we are speaking for the masses, sometimes you guys can listen. If you have, few names already in your diary to actually replace Grace Bay, John Malou, I'm advocating. He's a no-nonsense man. He is an accountant, right? But we need a person that will straighten that country up. We need a person that will fight corruption. We need a person that will be straight like you. You are trying to fight corruption. If we get people like John Malou to be appointed as the chief of staff, trust me, the minister will be afraid of him. The director will be afraid of him. The senator will be afraid of him. Right? Foreign direct investor coming, they will do the right thing. Because you know what? Most of those men that are working in the executive mansion over there, most of them went there to go steal. I can tell you that. They went to fold their pocket. They didn't go there to make the country, for rebuilding the kind of mindset you got. No. Most of them went there to hustle and steal. Like Sandra said yesterday, most of the government officials, they get they get debt on their hand. All of them, they want steal. And therefore, if you're making a decision, I know you already made one, but I'm just adding my voice to the many voices, because we need to see that country to go to the next level. Look around us. Sierra Leone, it is our war that actually makes Sierra Leone to actually go get into a war, right? But now Sierra Leone, look at the road they are building. Look at their capital city. Look at the GDP. I'm not talking about Ivory Coast. I'm not talking about Nigeria. When Nigerians come out of here to go back home, they will enter into the private sector and build that country. Why is it that everybody want to leave from Liberia, from America here, seeking greener pasture? They get a little master degree, they get BSc, they get a PhD, they want to go back home. Why you can't open factory so that other people can get employed? But everybody want to go to the government sector to steal. And so we need a person that work with you, because you are fighting corruption on the higher scale. And that person, I recommend, would be John Malou. But I said, Mr. Rato, John Malou making plenty of money. You think he will leave that job there and go in the country to go help women Joe Bakai? I said, hey, John Malou, if he actually agreed, that country will go to the next level. Because that boy, that he's no nonsense man. And I know the kind of work he can do. He had a track record when you were actually serving as an auditor, right? So again, it's just my little take. That position is still open. Those who are serving as deputy, most of them are corrupt. Hey, Paul Sawi, how you doing? Welcome. Welcome to my podcast. Thank you so much. And again, before I go, because I got something to do right here, right now. A lot of you are watching me doing my dance video. Some of them are being sarcastic, and some of them like, oh my, Mr. Rato, you're doing good. It's a gospel music. You want to be jealous? Who cares? Right? I'm dancing the gospel music, and Facebook is paying me for dancing. And you are, kind of like making sarcastic remark. Look, let me tell you, where God took me from, where He brought me. Some of the reasons why I'm doing my dance video, let me tell you today. 2022, I broke my pelvic bone, and I got 6 screws in my left pelvic here. 6 screws planted. They can't come out. They're going to lay there for the rest of my life. They're going to sleep for the rest of my life. And it took me a year and a half to learn how to walk again. People thought I was going to get paralyzed. I want to get, confined in the wheelchair, and I will not do the work. I'm doing the work I do. I walk sometimes 2, 3, 4 miles, 7 miles a day. I don't sit in the office like everybody else do. The job I do, I walk. But again, it was God that make me to be physically fit again. And that's why I'm dancing for God. So anybody that actually want to come out to actually be sarcastic is your business. And by the way, I want to say thank you to Fester Cat Jr. Who music I'm dancing to. All right. Sorry, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. I was going live when I'm going to end this and start a new one. All right. Sorry about that.